strong.
Hello everyone, this is David again. We are on Babylon 5 behind the scenes. Who is Mira Furlan? A quick update to you guys. If you haven't heard anything about or from JMS, for those of you who don't have his Patreon account, he seems like he's had a couple of dislocated shoulders. It's the same one. It keeps redislocating itself. So he's going to have to go in and have surgery done to repair it. So that's why you haven't heard anything for a little while from him. At any rate, Mira Furlan, born September 7th, 1955 in Zagreb, Croatia, the former People's Republic of Yugoslavia. She passed away sadly January 20th, 2021 in Los Angeles, California from the West Nile virus at the age of 65. So very young. I wonder, and put down in the comment section what you guys think. I wonder if her passing had something to do with the sudden impetus to get a new Babylon 5 out there. It's because, you know, some of the other actors like Stephen Furst had passed away and others before that. Not such a big push, but as soon as Mira passed away, within months, all of a sudden we went from, JMS putting out videos of saying, yeah, Warner Brothers has never contacted me about redoing Babylon 5 to all of a sudden, here we go. Anyway, she is also noted for playing Danielle Rousseau in Lost from 2004 to 2010. She is of a Serbian Jewish mother and Slovene Croat father, and she's best known for playing Delenn in Babylon 5 from 93 to 98. She graduated from the Academy for Dramatic Arts in Zagreb, Croatia. She is fluent in English, German, and French. Typical Europeans, they are fluent in multiple languages. I remember one of my best friends in high school, she was fluent in German, English, French, and Russian. My mom's boss, who was born in Poland, spoke, he just said all of the Slavic languages. So I know he spoke Polish and Russian. I know he also spoke German because he and I would talk to each other in German. Back when I was in high school, I took some German. Don't try and communicate with me in German now. I sadly have lost most of it. But at any rate, she did some acting work, a lot of it, for the Croatian National Theater in Zagreb in the 1980s, and she performed in Zagreb and Belgrade, Serbia. Unfortunately, as you're going to find out, they're what we call the Yugoslav Wars, and Yugoslavia was a country that was a multinational state. And for a brief period, everyone got along with everybody else. As long as there was a common enemy in Zagreb, in Belgrade, they all get along. But once that collapsed with the collapse of the Soviet Union, everybody started their centuries-old fights again. I remember they were fighting over this area. One side had won an important battle there in, I want to say the 800s or the 1000s. And so, here it was 1900 years later, and they're still fighting over that same piece of territory. And it's like, oh, people, come on. And I say that, and yet here we are. We've got Ukraine and Russia fighting over the Crimea for the last 300 years. But TIE, this is Europe, I guess. She's acting in New York and LA after the 1980s, when she was basically driven from her homeland of Croatia. She has credits in more than 25 films, and she's also won numerous awards, including the Palme d'Or, out of the French. She married a gentleman named Goran Gajic, I think is the name. I can't remember if the J is pronounced or is it pronounced like a Y in the Slavic languages. But anyway, this gentleman is a Serb. So, married to the enemy, kind of. In the Croatian War in 91, she was fired by the Croatian National Theater because she refused to quit acting in Belgrade, a 3-hour drive away where her husband lived. And she was a target of a smear campaign. Oh, let me tell you something, guys. If you ever research that smear campaign, just what little bit I know of, because I obviously don't speak Croatian or Serbian, sadly, but man, was it a bad smear campaign. There were 3 main articles that were written, and the worst one was the life of an easy woman. Easy woman meaning someone who is sexually promiscuous or a prostitute. Basically inferring that even though she was with her same man till death do them part, they were married, but somehow she was a slut for some odd reason. And it's like, oh my God. And the guy that wrote the main hit piece against her, you know what happened to him? He ended up, as the Croatian theater was doing a television production about her life and times in Croatia, the guy that wrote the main hit piece against her ended up being credited and filmed in this, documentary about her lifetime as a school acquaintance of her. So here is the main guy who was responsible for her fleeing her home country, and now he's being given props as one of her schoolmates. And they all issued apologies after she died. It's like, what is the point of, she's gone, people, for heaven's sakes. You've had all this time from, I believe it was 98 or 2002, depends on what you want to call the Yugoslav wars. But when they ended, you've had a couple of decades now to say, I'm sorry, and you can't be bothered until after she dies. Sounds rather suspicious to me. Maybe it's because she's no longer around to refute your BS and your lies anymore, so you can just make up whatever the hell you want about her. I also heard it, and can anyone run this to ground for me? I've been trying to look, and I can't figure it out. Did she ever receive an official apology from her government? I read in one spot, yes, she did, and it's since gone or something of that nature. If it was before she passed away or after she passed away, kind of a thing. And sadly, of course, I don't read Serbian or Croatian, so I can't really run that to ground. And the English language sources don't really talk about it, whether she actually got the Croatian president to issue an official apology. Also noted for winning the Sci-Fi Universe Award for Best Supporting Actress in 96 and 97. Numerous awards. Also did a little bit of singing. She had, I think, 1 album out. Doesn't look like it went anywhere or did anything, but she's also noted for that. You can see a lot of her work is now coming out. Some of her stuff that she did, especially the one that she won the Palme d'Or. Sadly, I don't speak Croatian, so I can't figure out, the dialogue and everything. But, I'm sure there's an English language translation out there somewhere. If anyone can track that one to ground and post it, I would really appreciate it. But just a tremendous, tremendous actress. Noted best for her line in Babylon 5. When it looks like the Earth Alliance is finally going to take over Babylon 5 after they've declared independence. She comes riding in on the white horse, and the guy is like, we have authority here. Don't force us to engage your ship. And the iconic lines of, why not? Only one human captain has ever survived battle with a Minbari fleet. He is behind me. You are in front of me. If you value your lives, be somewhere else. One of the most iconic lines, especially for a lead female role of all time in sci-fi history, shows the nature of Delenn. She can be religious and calming and soothing one minute, but when the time comes to it, don't mess with homegirl, because she will kick your butt. At any rate, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I hope to see you all later. Put down below also who you think I should do next, like Stephen Furst, Richard Biggs, Bruce Boxleitner. Any ideas? I will certainly appreciate your input. Thanks, and have a good rest of your day.